Hello everyone, happy Thursday. I'm Steve, Mark's at work, and this is Smokey Steve and Marc. Either welcome or welcome back. So, I have a Golden Girls hangover. I don't want to watch an episode, I don't want to hear about it, I don't want to think about it. No, not really, but sort of. Um, Thank you to anyone who watched yesterday. Mark and I put a lot of effort into that. More importantly, we had a lot of fun doing it. Like I said, I don't care if only 10 people watched, it was worth it. It was fun to do. Mark had a great time doing it. Mark has a theater background. He had his own theater company when he was younger. And so they did sets and costumes and performing, and y'all know he can sing a little now. And dance. I don't know now. Probably slow dancing would be best suited for us since he's a little slower in his motions, but all sorts of performing that he did. And this was much more of an extension of that, I think, for him than just us having conversations and stuff like that. So it was cool. It was a cool thing to do. I liked it. It wasn't without its snafus as we were doing it. I'll give you a little bit of, we had alluded to, if you could see behind the camera, you would have been appalled. Just to give you a heads up of some of the snafus that came along the way with it, and trying to stay positive, because again, the theme of our channel is positivity. It's always in the background somewhere. Try to take the more optimistic look at things, try to be positive about it. And I can appreciate the fact that when Mark sits here and I'm sitting over here, it probably looks like Mark is over the top excited about life, and I couldn't care less if I lived or died. My expressions are a little more muted. I'm not usually as... Well, he's just more animated than I am, and he's, finding himself a little bit more. I think as a function of doing YouTube, he's getting more comfortable with himself. He was a lot more like this when I met him, much more vivacious and excited and stuff like that. It's what I liked about him, so I'm happy to see him like that now. I've always been kind of like this, So, it's, in trying to stay positive through the snafus of yesterday, most of them had to do with, all of them had to do with filming, pretty much. Just to break it down, we did, I don't know how many segments, there was like 11 videos strung together. 2 or 3 of them were filmed day before yesterday, and then the bulk of that was filmed yesterday evening. So the ones that were done sooner were the cheesecake, where I'm in the kitchen cooking, and then, I forget, there was another one that we did earlier. Oh, the Get It While It's Hot erotic bake shop. So as I'm starting to edit, we're filming, and I can only hold so much footage on my camera at a time. I don't have a whole lot of memory, and the video turned out to be 50 minutes long. I didn't realize it was going to be that long. And I'm dumping it onto my computer in the meantime. So as I go through and I dump the footage for the cheesecake, I realized we had paused in the middle, and for some reason half of it was upside down and half of it wasn't. Like, it was like the camera was upside down. So, well, I don't know how to fix that, because you've seen my editing skills, or lack thereof. Somehow I managed to fix it. Necessity in this case was the mother of, not discovery, because most people know how to do it, I just don't. But I figured it out, so that was okay. Then as we're going through, there's 2 videos that there's one video that we did, and it was the trivia, the St. Olaf trivia, and I can't film in selfie on my phone. It doesn't look good. The lighting looks funny, it looks grainy, it's like the film quality isn't as good. So we don't, so we're just looking at the camera. We can't see ourselves. So I filmed the whole thing, I sit down and I start putting it in. It's blurry. 12 minutes of blurry. It loses its newness when you have to do it twice. So it wasn't the same as it was the first time. But that was annoying because we were already taking down the set. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, Mark, this is blurry. And I look, and like the first 2 minutes weren't, but the next 9 were. So we had to film that again. And the last snafu I think that we had with that was we were going, and this trickled into today, we were going to go upload it because we had to put it up, and our wireless isn't very good. That's not yesterday's problem. That's ongoing with Verizon, because we pay for the nicer package that they have because we've been with them for so long. They keep upgrading us even though we don't have to pay more just to keep our business. So it's not fast. That video would still be uploading if I was using our wireless. So I usually use my data, but for whatever reason I didn't have as much as I thought. we were going to go to the grocery store to pick up a couple things. So I thought, well, I'll just use the wireless at the grocery store. They have it. It's high speed. We might as well. It'll probably only take like half an hour there. So we go out, we get in the car, and the car's dead. Inexplicably. So we freak out for a few minutes and then divide and conquer. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go handle the video. There's a hospital near us. It's about 5 blocks away. It's close to my work, actually. And they have wireless for the guests. Now, I don't go skulk around the hospital because even I think that's creepy. So I hang out outside. I kind of do laps, like I'm walking around the perimeter. It's a few blocks. And within those few blocks, the wireless is active. So I'll throw the wireless on, then put my headphones in and put some music on, and then go for a stroll in and around the campus, and it uploads. So I did that, came back, started editing. Mark got the car, jumped, AAA was here. Took it out, brought it back. So all's well that seemed to end well. We treated ourselves, or cheated ourselves, or whatever, with Wendy's, because what isn't better with a burger and some nuggets and fries, you know? So it was cheat day anyway. It was Wednesday. I don't have to explain myself. We wanted Wendy's, so we had Wendy's. Now into today, I didn't sleep very well, so I was dragging my butt this morning. To the point where I thought maybe I accidentally took my nighttime meds this morning because I was kind of doing that. I felt like I was speedballing on caffeine and tranquilizers, but made it to work, and the day was okay. I had to go over to our drop-in center to cover for a little bit. Working at the drop-in center and being the receptionist for our agency are the two hardest, I think, jobs. You know, there's higher level admin positions, but they're more like desk jobs when you have to be on the ground floor and work face to face or phone to phone with individuals who need the services that we provide. It's very different than I think if you're, you know, pushing papers and stuff like that. So I think they're a little more challenging. Now, I was only there for an hour. That's how I'm looking at it positively. I didn't have to be there all day. And it was a very quiet hour, and I just had a few pleasant chit-chats with some of the folks over there. So, come to find out that the car is still dead when Mark tries to leave for work, which he texted me, and he was taking the bus, which he missed the first one. So he's staying very positive. Dagnammit. And he is, actually. He's in a good spot. He called my parents, who are saints to Mark and I, and they're gonna, I think, hook him up with one of their cars, and that way he'll be able to get back and forth to work. Mark has a friend of a friend who has a garage that's not too far away, and as far as I know, decent mechanic, you know, won't say, oh, you need, because Mark actually knows quite a bit about cars, because his grandfather, owned a garage. So he knows all about the ins and outs and this and the belts, and, you know, I don't pretend to be butch in that sort of way. I mean, I can change. I've had used junkers, though. So, I mean, there's some things I can do. Like, I can hook the muffler back up with a coat hanger if it's dragging. Obviously, I can pump my own gas. I can top off the oil, but I can't change it. I can check the transmission fluid. Obviously, well, all the fluids, really. So, I mean, I can do some stuff, but Mark is better with it. So I'm happy that he has the relationship where he can go to the garage, because he can explain what he thinks is wrong with the car better than I can. So that was another snafu, but that seems to be working itself out. But the bottom line for positivity and us, even though mine is a little more masked, is I think we went into the day with a positive attitude and we're excited to be doing what we were doing. And I think that gave us something, I want to say, of a helmet, so that we could take a few bumps when things were coming up. If we kind of went into the day just like, oh, here's what we have to do, oh, you know, just one thing to the next, you know, and if we hit a couple bumps, at any one point we could have quit and come up with some nonsense to try to explain ourselves. I think I'm getting a cold. Could be worse. Could be worse. I don't have a cold. It's probably just from talking all day. So, I mean, the blurry footage could have been like, well, let's just cut that segment, you know. The thing that was upside down when I was baking could have, at that point, decided that we were just gonna, well, cut that segment too. Well, if two of them are bad, you know what? Why don't we just go live and we'll just apologize to everybody. They'll understand. They're nice, and you guys are nice. But wouldn't that be such a really, like, dick move of the two of us to just, like, build anticipation and say we're gonna do something and then not do it? I watch YouTubers that do that. I react to a YouTuber that does that. And it's not cool. I don't like it when other people do it. So, it didn't really cross our minds, but I mean, in the back, I was thinking, well, like, when you're on your excuse-making wagon, and when you're not trying to stay positive, like, no, we will complete this. This is a little tough. This is a bump in the road, but we'll finish this. This is a project we committed to doing. Without that mindset going into it, we would have just been like, whatever. Whatever. Doesn't matter. And then leaving the house and finding out we had to go split up. Not that I wasn't positive, but I was kind of tired by the end of the day because it was going late. Usually I like to have my little wind down time. You know, I get a shower, I chill out, I relax. And I need to have like an hour or two by myself to just pretty much look around on YouTube or watch old episodes of Family Guy, like something like that. And I didn't have that last night. We even skipped popcorn and a scary show because it was just run too late and I needed to get, some sleep for work. So we did stay positive into the evening. I went and handled the filming of the uploading, and he went and, went to the store and picked up a couple things and came home. Wendy's is never a bad idea at the end of a long day, especially when it's cheat day. So, so we did that. And then, it went over into today. The car's still dead, but we're getting it towed. Everything will be fine. Mark went to work today. He took the bus. My parents are going to hook us up with a car, I think. So, like I said, all that stuff is in the positive direction. That doesn't mean that's not exhausting, though, and it shouldn't be, like, oblivious, I don't think. I don't know if Mark and I agree. We have, like, the same kind of idea of being, optimistic and positive and trying to imagine the best possible outcome and not, predict doom in every sort of circumstance. And it's hard to fight that. And like I said, my baseline is not one of being naturally perky and optimistic. Not that you need to be perky to be optimistic, but you know what I mean. Like, it just doesn't, I don't roll like that. So, trying to, have my orientation towards the world as, a good place where good things are meant to happen to me and good things are meant to happen to other people. It's just not it's just not my worldview. But I don't want to feel like everyone's out to get me. Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. Everybody's out to screw me over. I watch some YouTubers like that too. And it's not fun to watch. So, just kind of taking it as it comes. Like I said, I feel like being optimistic acts like a helmet a little bit. Like I can take a few blows. I can take a few knocks. I can take a few more knocks than I could without it. Which gets you through the day. At this point, I am just about wrecked. I worked today, and tomorrow's Friday, and then it's a 3-day weekend. I totally forgot it was Labor Day. Totally forgot. I had no idea. So on Mondays with Mark, I'll be here. So I didn't break it to him yet. I don't think he remembered it's Labor Day either. But I'm going to go. I haven't shaved. I feel like a scrub. It's itchy. This is as long as I let the goatee get. So I'm going to go shave and shower and then do my chores, which include dishes, making coffee, and getting my meds together for tomorrow and laying out my work clothes. And then, I'll edit this. And then relax and watch Family Guy or catch up with other friends who've posted today. So I'm going to end the night on a positive note as best as I can. Me and the comfort animal. So thank you all for watching and listening to me. I tried to temper a rant with a bit of hope. I think I failed. But hopefully you were at least amused. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the like button. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc. You can contact us by email, or our P.O. box is also listed below. So feel free to do that. Thank you for watching. Again, happy Thursday, and we will catch up with y'all soon. Bye.